Did you know that 50 to 70 million Americans suffer from sleep loss? This is due to various things like stress, sleep disorders, and terrible sleep schedules from work and or life in general. I This has caused parents to get either parents or adults to get angry and have a very frustrated state of mind, to where this can even affect the children themselves, and they might get punished for their parents' anger. Where the parents' anger, they might take it out on them and end up harming the children and causing the children themselves, to have some sort of distorted mental mind from all that trauma caused by the adults. I have experienced this, and I've seen this firsthand of anger outbursts where I have taken it out on my brother, where I yell at him a little bit because I was I was just grumpy from sleep. Or I see my fellow peers or my family members, or my brother himself, lash out a bit from not getting enough sleep. It is quite a common thing, and people really need to it's been a very terrible issue, and it needs to be managed well. What are some ways to help manage this? The best way is different types of noise frequencies that help kind of soothe the mind and help make sure you get enough sleep and not cause any disturbances when you sleep. So today I'm going to be going over the pros of sleep, the cons of the negative effects from lack of sleep, the different types of noise frequencies there are, and also a sleep sound app that you can use to customize a noise frequency that works best for you when you're sleeping and improves your sleep. So, what are the pros of sleep? You may think the general pros, it improves memory function, you get more energy, yada yada yada. But did you know that it actually improves vaccine efficiency? Vaccine with sleep, your immune system, which is another benefit, it improves your immune system, has better metabolism and regulation of its body, to where it will be able to fight at maximum force, where vaccines can become more efficient and will help you prevent the likelihood of getting the disease. For example, COVID-19. Some people might have gotten COVID-19 from loss of sleep, where they have irregular sleep schedules from being at home most of the time and having to deal with family members for that entire year. I'm sure some of you, even me, have experienced bad sleep schedules from that. That would make you more prone to getting the virus from bad sleep, which would cause your immune system or the COVID-19 vaccine that you got, if you got it, not at likelihood or as efficient. Some cons or effects from lack of sleep. Some negative effects from lack of sleep is that you are more than likely to become obese. Obesity rates are higher right now in America, especially from fast food and unhealthy diets. Well, sleep is another main factor of that, because it makes you you're physically mind, your body's not metabolizing themselves properly, to where you're gonna maybe start, and psychologically you might start eating food to kind of help quest that hunger or that desire, which will end up leading to more obesity rates increase. It also increases your chance of cardiovascular morbidity, where as you're breathing, your body is not regulating its airway and regulating the air you're breathing in properly, which will makes you more prone likely to get various diseases and infections that can end up killing you. Some societal impacts from lack of sleep is increased chances and increased numbers right now in traffic accidents. Right now, with lack of sleep, you're more than likely to fall asleep during class or fall asleep during at work. Well, also fall asleep during on the wheel. Then, while you're driving, you start drifting to fall asleep, and then you end up crashing in a pedestrian, a car, or in the wall, end up hurting yourself and the fellow pedestrians or in the occupants in the vehicle, which will end up killing them. That cause if we get enough sleep, we can decrease those rates and make sure not so many people have to die from car accidents. Another increase because of lack of sleep is suicide. With lack of sleep, psychologically you're not really thinking right, which can lead to depression and lead you have to think all these terrible thoughts. Well, that also depression leads to suicide and people killing themselves. They start thinking all these things because they're not mentally well, or from lack of sleep, and then they end up killing themselves. So getting enough sleep will help help yourself have very full control mentally, and make sure you don't end up going into a depressed state. Now, you may think like, oh my god, there's so many negative things. Well, there is a way to combat that, and that is noise frequencies. There are various different types of noise frequencies. One of them being white noise. If you want to close your eyes and listen to this, white noise is more of a static and it's a general combination of all frequencies. White noise is generally used to block out sound, like if you have a noisy neighborhood with rowdy dogs, or like you can't focus, you can't sleep properly. White noise is used to generally round that sound out, and it's more of like a static feel. This is a version of white noise called soft white noise, where it's like a softer static and not like a harder, rougher static. It's generally used to in like a certain area. You have to play with it a little bit to figure out what's the sound quality for it. So it takes like a little bit to kind of figure out which works best for you with white noise. Another type of noise is brown noise. If you want to listen to this. As you can hear, brown noise is similar to is a good example. This is like waves crashing. Crashing waves. It's a rougher version of white noise and a more grainier version of it. Brown noise is mainly used to help improve focus quality and make for example, if you have ADHD or you can't focus on studying or have a task at hand, brown noise is mainly used for that to help make sure you focus and make sure you block out all surroundings and have a focused area and make sure you not get distracted from objects and stuff. The third type of noise is pink noise. It's as you can see, it's more of an intense feel. I'm sure you were kind of like, oh, I'm not a big fan of that noise. It's more of an intense noise that can be used to improve cognitive function in older adults and can be used to help improve efficiency in sleep and making sure you get as much energy as you possibly can. It is a more intense thing. This is like an intensive version. You could kind of picture it as rain falling, or just rain in general. But that's kind of what it is. Just more like an intensive version and almost like raspy, like intense, like low frequency version of white noise. Now, you may be asking, with all these types, what if I like pink noise, or what if I like with pink noise? What if I like the sound of pink noise, but I don't like how raspy it is and how intense it is, and I like the frequency of brown noise. Well, there's an app that you can use and download that helps you customize the type of noise frequency that works best for you when you sleep. You can mix and match the sounds, whether you like the forest, the cave, you like the static feel of white noise. You can find whichever one works best for you and customize the audio ambient tracks of it to make sure it works best, you like it. Like if you like the raspiness of pink noise, but you don't like you don't like how loud it is, you can tone it down and to where it sounds like brown noise a bit. You can mix and match whichever one works best for you. I challenge you guys to try this for at least a week. Find which work, play with it a bit, download it, play with it, figure out which noise works best for you when you sleep, and then once you find out which noise works best for you for that week, try it out and see how much your sleep improves from it. If you see improvements from your sleep from this type of noise, then you know it works best for you, and that's the type of noise you should use. To sum everything up, we went over the pros of sleep, the negative effects from lack of sleep, the different types of noise like white noise, brown noise, and pink noise, and the sleep sound app that you can use that to help improve your sleep schedule. There are so many people that have been affected from sleep. I'm sure you guys have. One in three people have been affected. So guarantee you one of us has been affected from lack of sleep. Try this app out. Even if you haven't been affected from sleep, you're like, oh, I'm sleeping fine, I don't need this app. Just try it. If you see improvements in your sleep, then you know this app works, and you have not been able to receive the most optimal sleep you've received. Try it out, download it, and find out what sleep works best for you. And I guarantee you will see improvements in your sleep and have maximum. You'll be able to sleep as much as you can. and receive the maximum potential from sleep. Thank you.